everybody. Welcome to GoValiants.com on a very sunny but windy St. Patrick's Day for Manhattanville women's lacrosse home opener going against the Elms Blazers. Manhattanville comes into the game with a 1-2 record, obviously looking to even their record at 2-2 after this one. Coming off two straight losses, won their first game but suffered a 21-13 loss to Bard last Saturday. That game scheduled to be the home opener, but ended up being played at Vassar College due to the snow on campus, and suffered a 20-9 loss to Drew this past Wednesday. Just a little bit of a recap of the game against Drew. Manhattanville got off to a bit of a slow start, allowing 12 of the game's first 13 goals, and we're just never able to dig out of that hole, so hoping to get off to a much better start in this one. But in that game for the Valiants, Christina Leva tied her career high with 3 goals, Jenna Nance had 1 goal and 3 assists, and Carly Weiss scored 5 goals for the 100th of her career, along with 1 assist for the 50th assist of her career, for a total of 150 points in 33 games. And Weiss now ranks 10th in school history in goals and points and 5th in assists. Fortunately, due to technical issues, we don't have any pre-game graphics to show for you, but now on to Elms. They have an 0-1 record. Their first game was a 20-5 loss at Gordon. Played part of their home opener this past Monday against Maine Farmington, but the game was suspended about midway through the first half due to a shot clock malfunction, so never able to finish their home opener. But in the game that was completed, junior Vanessa Verno had 3 goals and an assist, and sophomore Haley Richard added a goal and 2 assists, so Elms looking for their first win of the season. And at this time, we are going to step aside for the playing of the national anthem, but we'll be back for the beginning of the game. Don't go anywhere. didn't have the graphics up for you before, but Alex Breen in goal today, as opposed to Bella Marticelli, who out with an illness. So Breen gets the starting goal today, wearing number 99, and we are set to go.
On a blustery Saturday afternoon here at GoValiants.com field.
Sunny St. Patrick's Day, but little bit of wind never hurt anybody, I suppose, around her. And another foul. And Smith's going to hang on once more and give it back to Kelly Skiana, who then hands it off to Jackie Sucha.
Valiants being very good on the pressure so far, really keeping Elms away from the goal.
But now Arian Dow moves in with it and going their way. And like you said, very applying heavy pressure, not allowing Elms with much space to move at all. So now it's taken back by Toria Lynn Smith once again. She'll circle and ball will go out of bounds. Pass was intended for Alicia Kesey. And now it is Nicole
DeMello, I think.
About 3 players on Manhattan whose last name starts with D something, so.
DeMello, DeLeo, and D'Estasio all starting for Manhattanville. There's a shot taken by Cosentino that was saved.
Now, foul that's going to go against Jenna Nance.
This Manhattanville team is certainly a very young team. There's a lot of freshmen on this roster, a lot of newcomers this season. So
young team, but very aggressive as well, as they're showing to this point with a 4-0 lead, 6 minutes into the first half. So now it is taken by Kayla Abrams, and that one taken back by O'Mara.
Nice job intercepting that pass by the freshman.
She's not able to split the 2 defenders, and it can be taken back by Christian for Elms, and have a foul, I believe.
Going on O'Mara, I believe.
So now it's Christian still with it and able to try to get it across, but a good defensive play there by Christina Leva. Now Leva moves in on the left side. He's going to slow up, gets it across to Machin, and her shot on the ground, but able to be picked up by Emily Huber.
Nice save there by Huber. That was a great pass in the middle. Machin was wide open, had a good chance at goal, but Huber came up with the stop, and those are the stops that Elms are going to need if they're going to get back into this game.
I believe there may have been a deflection in front as well on that one, as now it's taken back by Arian Dow once again. She tries to get it to the middle and is able to get it to Vanessa Verno. Now moving inside, and we have a call, I'm not sure what, but we definitely have one. Puckett, well, I believe ended up in the net.
We have a yellow card to Alex Breen here, possibly? Yeah.
So a yellow card
to Alex
on the goalie.
Breen. Never seen a yellow card in the goalie before.
First time for everything.
I don't know if she has to come out. How that's going to work.
That would at the very least be a free position attempt, I would think.
It's definitely a card on Breen. She doesn't seem like she's going to come out. I guess someone else is going to have to come out for her. It's going to be DeMello who's going to serve the yellow.
Yellow card on Manhattanville number 7, Nicole Emilio.
Oh, so it did go against DeMello.
I'm pretty sure it was on Breen. I think DeMello's just serving it. But
that will be a 2-minute penalty. Starting off with a free position attempt for Elms. I'm not sure if that was an unreleasable or not. I didn't see. I would think it is if it's a 2-minute penalty.
Now, most yellow cards are all just you score and you come out.
In any event, Manhattanville able to take over after a failed free position attempt, and it is Haley D'Estasio. D'Estasio to the middle of the field. It was knocked down, and
dangerous pass towards the middle there. It's intercepted by Elms.
Now taken back by Vanessa Verno. Gets it to the middle. Wide open in front was Alicia Kesey, but not able to hang on to the ball. It was a bouncing pass and made it past her. Now, I believe another foul going against Manhattanville.
Nice plays by Gino there to knock that pass away, and it's going to be Manhattanville ball.
So good defensive play leads to an offensive opportunity as Madison Gino now to the middle to Christina Leva. Nice. Will get it across to O'Mara.
Down a player, Manhattanville with a rush here.
Not being any less aggressive, a man down. O'Mara moves in, and her shot, and a save made by Huber. I believe it went off her leg.
It's a couple of big saves there by Emily Huber.
Just like that, it could have been 5 or 6 to nothing, but Huber up to the task in the last few minutes, keeping the score at 4 to nothing, with just under 22 minutes to go here in the first half. Wait on the word from the official, and we are ready to resume play. Now pass went across out of bounds, and it's going to go Manhattanville's way. Pass attempted by Haley George and not able to connect, so Manhattanville taking over in a position to even a man down, try to extend the lead as Carly Weiss now with it.
Giants will certainly take their time as Weiss takes a look back at the scoreboard. 40 seconds left to go on the man down situation.
So Manhattanville definitely in no rush as they're playing a man down, as Cosentino gave it back to Weiss, who now gives it across to Leva. She sends it to the middle, and Nance with a shot in front, and she scores. Very nice passing across the board, particularly by Leva in front to Nance, and Manhattanville extends the lead. Man down, now a 5-0 advantage with 28 seconds remaining in the Elms man-up opportunity.
.21 left to go in this first half. Manhattanville up by 5.
And as good a start as you could have asked for if you're Manhattanville, particularly after a disappointing loss against Drew on Wednesday.
Well, must be coming back here and playing your first home game. You know, obviously the game against Bard technically was Manhattanville's home game, but hour and 20 minutes or so away up in Poughkeepsie.
At the top of the broadcast, I called it the home opener today, and I'm staying with that.
This is absolutely the home opener. This is the first women's lacrosse game here at GoValiants.com field in 2018. So absolutely the home opener for Manhattanville.
Manhattanville, their shooting percentage definitely to this point has gone up, coming into the game shooting 40.8%, but 5 goals on what I would guess is probably the first 8 or 9 shots of the game. So
Huber's had a couple saves.
Being very efficient to this point with their shot attempts. Now the ball taken back by Melissa O'Mara. Gets it across to Bella Cosentino, now across to Jen Machen, but it goes by her.
She'll track it down, though.
She will be able to retrieve it, I believe.
Nice play by Machen there. Gets by the defender. As a reminder, you can go to GoValiants.com, check out the live stats for today's game. Adam Ryder downstairs on the laptop.
So now Manhattanville will go around the horn. It's Leva getting it back to Weiss. Now Weiss tries to move to the inside and force back to the outside. Good defensive play by Arian Dow to keep her to the outside, as that one will stay with Manhattanville.
Nice pass by Weiss again. Found Leva right in front, but just could not put the shot on goal.
So now it is Rosie DeBellis to Leva. Tried to get it to the middle looking for Nance, but not able to connect, and it will be retrieved by Arian Dow.
We haven't seen Manhattanville with many offensive sets so far in this game. A lot of the goals have been in transition off quick attacks. You haven't seen them really settle down and run that shot clock down low to this point in the contest.
No, it's been mostly, take what the defense gives you, and if they're giving you the transition game, they're going to take advantage of it. As now another opportunity in transition. Speak of the devil, it's Rosie DeBellis once again moving down the left side.
So the Valiants really, really doing well in the midfield, defending, getting their sticks up, and just really not allowing Elms get any free runs up the field.
And once they get it, they are absolutely pushing the pace, as now it's Leva. Gets it back to Nance. Nance moves in, thought about a shot, decided against it. Now it's O'Mara. O'Mara moves to the middle. Nice move in front, and she scores! Just like that. And now a 6-0 lead for Manhattanville, just over 10 minutes into the first half. And they are firing on all cylinders to begin this one.
We've seen Elms so far in this game has been a little bit lacking in terms of the help defense. So, when you see Weiss or O'Mara, when they get by that first defender, there's not much there other than just the goalie to stop them. The help defense is really slow in getting from their defender into the middle. So you've seen a couple of those goals. Manhattanville has been able to weave through a player or two and get a one-on-one opportunity against Huber. And a lot of these goals have been scored she's really had no chance against.
Very much so. I mean, Manhattanville, they've done a good job attacking the ball carrier to this point. Elms, like you said, once their Manhattanville player player gets past one or two players, it's essentially a breakaway at that point. So Elms, if they want to get back in this, definitely going to have to tighten up defensively.
On the draw here, it's O'Mara again from Manhattanville.
O'Mara with another win.
Another draw control added to her tally.
Now she will give it across to Weiss, wide open in front, and she scores.
It's just too easy there for Manhattanville.
Back-to-back goals in, I believe it was 13 seconds, and we just mentioned that the defense for Elms not swarming to the ball carrier, and as a result, another goal for Manhattanville in a 7-0 lead.
Keep on coming for the home team and
see if we can get to 10.
You know, I mean, the biggest thing from Manhattanville is the shots are going on goal.
Yeah.
I think we saw that, especially in the Bard game. We saw last weekend where they got a lot of shots. Even Drew.
A lot of free position attempts as well that they missed the net on.
Yes, I think in Drew and Bard, I think their two losses this year. One of the big things between those two is putting the shots on goal. I think that's certainly the biggest thing. Hopefully, Coach Nardi and Coach McKeon stressed that in the last couple of days of practice, and so far, almost every single one of their shots has been on target today. So that's been good to see for the Valiants.
You get the shot on goal, you never know what's going to happen. Better than firing it blindly and hoping something good happens. So just get it to the net. Never know what can happen, and that seems to be the motto they're going by today, as they have 7 goals already, and now Weiss in front to Nance, and her shot, I believe, was deflected over the top, and it will stay with Manhattanville.
And they pick the ball out of the snow that still remains outside the field.
Not much left, but DeBellis had to pick it out of there regardless, and she comes in front, and just like that, scores her first of the day, and 11:20 into the first half is now a 8-0 game for Manhattanville, as they have done everything right to this point.
It's certainly been a good game if you're head coach Jen Nardi and your squad to this point. Obviously a long way still to go, and if you're Manhattanville, as we said, you got to keep your foot on the gas pedal here. Elms has not had chances, but Manhattanville, I think, is making Elms have those few chances, because their defense has been very good, their midfield play has been very good, and obviously, as we said, they've been converting on their opportunities on the offensive end. So, good all-around effort to this point in the evening or afternoon for Manhattanville.
So to this point, like you said, a very happy St. Patrick's Day for Manhattanville, with an 8-0 lead just over 11 minutes in, as they look to continue to push the pace and continue to rack up the goals, as we are ready to resume play after the 8th goal.
Ironically, Elms wearing green today.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was planned.
Could imagine it was. Nothing else than it's just their team colors, but nonetheless.
I'm saying maybe think, hey, I wonder if they wanted to play a team wearing green on St. Patrick's Day. Think about that. I don't think coaches think that much about scheduling, but
call it longer fade or whatever you want to call it. We continue on as Vanessa Verno now takes it, gives it across to Jackie Sucha. Now Sucha moves in on the right side and will be forced back, and that's kind of the difference you see when Manhattanville's going down. They're able to walk right in almost uncontested, and now a shot in front and a save made by Alex Breen.
As soon as we say that, Elms gets a shot right in front of the net. It's amazing how that works.
Yeah. Maybe I should just stop saying things like that.
Good stop by Breen, though. Keeps the Valiants, keeps the Blazers off the scoreboard. And Manhattanville with a clear attempt.
And now Stasio over the head of Leva.
Plenty of room for her to pick it up, though.
Leva, and a successful clear attempt for her, as now she gives it across to Rosie DeBellis, who gets it across to Machin. Check that, I'm sorry, that was Bella Cosentino.
It'll be a foul and a free position attempt for Manhattanville.
And this is something they, in their game last Saturday against Bard, struggled with, so we'll see if they'll be able to have a little bit better luck with it in their home opener today.
First opportunity, pretty wide open one. She has options on both sides if she doesn't want to shoot, but
she has Leva and Nance on both sides. She takes the shot, and the save made by Emily Huber. A long pass ahead, and
easily intercepted by Nance.
A ground ball for Melissa O'Mara. She tried to get in front to Machin and went by her, now taken behind the net by DeBellis.
Again, another turnover forced in the midfield by
nice move inside into the front, and she scores. Defender gave her a lane to the inside. She took it, came right in front of the net, and DeBellis with her second of the afternoon, and it is a 9-0 lead for the Valiants.
So DeBellis now with a couple of goals for Manhattanville. It's been a group effort here today. You have Weiss with a couple. I think O'Mara has a couple.
Weiss, O'Mara, Nance. I believe there's one other in there who is able to find the back of the net.
You can go to GoValiants.com, check out the live stats, and figure out all the different goal scorers for Manhattanville. They have scored 9 unanswered so far in this game. 13 minutes, almost 13 minutes gone by in the opening half. We are 1 away from that magic number.
Not magic number for us. Maybe not so much for anybody. I think it's just us. And again, we're the ones standing outside on top of the roof when it's 35 degrees out with 20 miles.
I'm actually very surprised. There are some girls on both teams that do not have any sleeves or Under Armour on. I'm not sure how. Looks like we have some unruly baseball players over in the corner, I believe, that are going to be talked to by a site administrator.
And that is not the person you want going to tell you to knock it off.
Baseball team and softball teams are both scheduled to start Mac Freedom play this afternoon against Kings, but weather conditions nixed both of those contests.
Now Carly Weiss able to move down with it. And we'll come back and hand it off to O'Mara. Now Nance gave it across to Machin, who will hold and then give it down to DeBellis. DeBellis goes behind the net, looking for a passing lane. And we'll give it back off to Weiss, who sends it to the middle, looking for Machin over her head, and Leva had a chance at it. Now it is Cosentino able to come up with it. Now it's behind, in front. Right there is Leva. Off the nice pass from DeBellis, right in front. So, freshman to sophomore for the 11th goal of the game. And Manhattanville continuing to extend the lead.
Leva, the senior, who had 3 goals in the last game against Drew, matched her career high.
As the baseball players start to file out.
And we've seen some excellent passing from Manhattanville here today. I think that's been one of the things I've been most impressed with. Not necessarily the shots, but the passing has been on point.
Passing leading to the high-quality shots.
Exactly. That's what's giving Manhattanville the opportunities. Has been those nice passes from behind the net and also in front of the net. So it's been a very nice showing so far from Manhattanville on the assist category as well as the goals.
Passing defense has been there every time Elms has essentially crossed midfield. Manhattanville's defense has been standing them up. As now Weiss able to come away with another 0 lead for the Valiants.
Just like to see the wind coming off the flag. It is really flying hard here this afternoon, going directly from one side of the field towards the other.
Going from right to left, wind at Manhattanville's back right now. Not sure how much that may have had an impact on how things are going to this point, but regardless, the wind at their backs in the first half, and they have the scoring as well now with a 12-0 lead.
You wonder if that does put a little more speed, I guess, on the shot attempts, I guess, if you're throwing it directly with the wind at your back.
And the free position attempts we talked about earlier, something that Manhattanville struggled with coming into the game, just 9 for 29 for 31%, but 1 of 2 so far today, so we'll see should they get any more opportunities how they can continue to do with the free position attempts.
Weiss controls that draw, another one. I think Elms, has maybe 1 or 2 draw controls today. For the most part, it's been Manhattanville.
Now DeBellis moving in front. Thought she might take it to the net, instead gives it behind to Jen Machin, who will give it across to Jen and Nance. As they go around, it's Leva.
See the Valiants trying to stop the offense a little bit here.
Haven't, like you said earlier, I haven't seen a lot of this to this point. Holding and running that shot clock down, but
obviously up by 12 goals, Manhattanville's certainly not in a rush.
Absolutely not. It's a pass in front, goes to O'Mara, and she scores once again. Now a 13-0 lead for the Valiants, as they almost seem to be able to do it at will at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where Manhattanville, I think, obviously at this point you want to take some time off the clock, and with the shot clock, this is one of the negatives, I guess, is that you have to keep shooting if you're Manhattanville here. But hopefully you can see them take some time off the clock, get the shot clock down to 30, 20 in that area before you want to attack. Obviously you don't want to wait too long, but for Manhattanville, it's good to see you have these offensive sets, and they're converting at a a very high rate at this point.
And we talked about earlier, not taking your foot off the gas. They've certainly not done that to this point, and it has resulted in the lead that they have right now, 13-0. And as we get towards the end of the first half and into the second, you wonder if that could possibly become a factor at some point.
At some point, hopefully you see some substitutions in for Manhattanville, whether late in the first half or into the second.
As we get back-to-back fouls, both going against Manhattanville, I believe.
I think that was DeBellis.
As now it's Arian Dow holding. And she will give it back to Victoria Lynn Smith, who will get it across to Christian. Now taken by Haley Roberts.
Once again, you see it every time the Elms player has the ball, there's 3 or 4 Manhattanville players right nearby him.
They're swarming to the ball, no question about it. So now it goes behind, and Alex Breen, very far out of her net, able to pick it up and control. And a clear attempt for Manhattanville.
Leva using that speed, gets
Jackie Sucha.
and for a second at least, got knocked out of her stick right away. Christina Leva picks it up for the Valiants.
Now it's O'Mara with it. Looked like she was trying to get it back to Leva, but not able to. Now it's given across to Nance. As, once again, steady wind turns to a gust, and hopefully for us at some point dies back down into just a steady wind.
In 7 minutes, we'll go back inside for a couple minutes and warm up for a little bit. Gotta love these mid-March days here at GoValiants.com field.
See how loaded up there. Manhattanville emptying most of their bench to this point with a very comfortable 16-0 lead, as we are now under 6 minutes to go in the first half.
O'Mara will be on the draw once again for the Valiants. So Manhattanville is pretty much dominated in every category here. Draw controls, cause turnovers, ground balls. Everything has gone the Valiants' way here today, as you can tell by a 16-0 score.
I was going to say, and particularly goals, as Carly Weiss comes right down, moves in, fakes, now shoots, and she scores once again.
Weiss goes top corner, that lefty shot.
Going coast to coast, right down the middle of the field. And yet another goal and a 17-0 lead on March 17th. But not sure how long that 17
Something
will
tells me
last.
it's not going to stay at 17. It's been a very efficient game so far for Manhattanville, and obviously it's what you want to see out of your team. Obviously, Valiants with a couple games left before you get into conference play.
So I believe we have
4 or 5 more
4 or
games,
5,
looks
yeah.
like.
In the first conference game at Kings on April 7th. Assuming it's going to be a lot warmer there on April 7th than it is here on March 17th.
Assuming we look at a nor'easter on April 6th, with, let's face it, the way the season's gone so far.
Yes. We talk about it every year. The weather can't hurt it or cancel any more games, and sure enough, here we are. The first home game as Weiss moves down again. Now going to take it behind the net. Thought she might take the shot. Now gives it in front and a shot. And Leva with another goal.
That's unselfish there by Carly Weiss. She certainly had the opportunity. She could have scored that herself. She ran behind the net, surveyed her options, found Leva wide open in front. And an easy put away, Christina Leva. I believe that's her 3rd of the game.
I believe so as well. Her 3rd, and give the assist to Carly Weiss, who, if nothing else, unselfish and trying to take more time off the clock. As the lead now stretched to 18, as you can all hear the wind starting to noticeably pick up. We are down under 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Manhattanville, their last game against, or their first game of the year against Centenary, I think they scored 21 in the first half. They just had 6 in the second half. So we'll see if there's a similar type of slowdown for Manhattanville as this game goes on. I would certainly hope so.
As we will redo the
redraw.
Now the wind's starting to change direction a little bit. Now going from
near side to the far side,
yes.
yeah.
Was going right to left at the back of Manhattanville. Now slightly still at their back, but definitely going to the far side at this point as we have a foul. And side. We'll see if the wind should play any factor in this one. She moves in, takes the shot, and scores. So Elms able to get on the board. Jackie Sucha with the first goal of the game for the Elms Blazers. And now an 18-1 game as we are approaching 2 minutes to go in the first half. And now we're going to have another substitution as Diana Piaquadio is going to come in for Shania Jones. And Tatiana Caro coming in for Lexi DeLeo. So bench is essentially at this point emptied for Manhattanville.
Piaquadio along with Gino Machin, of course, members of the women's hockey team for Manhattanville during the winter. So the few people that are probably used to the cold temperatures.
No question about that. And missed the first game because of the UCHC conference tournament.
Of course, the UCHC conference champion Elmira College playing for the D3 National Championship of women's hockey this afternoon, going up against Manhattanville's former foe Norwich.
So now it's Christina Leva getting it right back to Carly Weiss once again. Goes right down the middle. And again, we'll go behind the net and set it up in front, wide open for Nance, and she had the ball go in and out. And now taken back by Kayla Teleski.
Nance a little too eager there. She was wide open in front. I think tried to shoot the ball before it found its way completely into the cross. But again, Manhattanville doing a great job with the ball on the ground, keeping possession.
Yes, actually been able to hang on, no doubt about it. Point blank range right in front as we are now under 1 minute to go in the first half. That has been as good a half as you could have asked for Manhattanville, an 18-1 lead. Now Leva will send it behind. And now able to keep it in bounds. With Teleski behind the net, and she will get it back out to Carly Weiss. Now in front for Nance once again, and again not able to control it. As the foul called, and it will go Elms' way as we are now under 30 seconds.
Time before letting Elms put the ball back in play here in the final 15 seconds now of the half.
So we'll take a straight rush right up the field, generate an offensive opportunity.
Not going to happen.
And still to this point, swarming defense by Manhattanville as we now reach the end of the first half. And a brilliant first half for the Valiants, scoring across the board. It was DeStasio, O'Mara, Nance, DeBellis, Leva, Weiss, and I may have missed one or two here or there, but regardless, an 18-1 lead going into the intermission, and as good of a half as you could have asked for Manhattanville coming off the loss against Drew on Wednesday. So at this time, we are going to step aside for the intermission. We will be back in about 10 minutes for the resumption of the game. Once again, the score at halftime, Manhattanville 18, Elms 1. Don't go anywhere.
minutes of play. Leading scorers for Manhattanville, Carly Weiss, 5 goals and 2 assists for 7 points. Melissa O'Mara, 4 goals and 1 assist for 5 points. And 3 goals each for Haley DeStasio. Excuse me, just got the pass from O'Mara, turned around and said, gee, there's no one here.
There's nobody there. Might as well take the shot.
In this case, I mean, you like to think Elms have, a little bit of defensive pressure, but Manhattanville really has been able to exploit that middle of the field when they're able to get by a defender. There's really no one there in terms of the help.
Doing a good job when the defenders are there, able to find their way around. Saw a few times in the first half, Rosie DeBellis going around to the inside right in front and able to put one in. And Manhattanville, on the flip side, when Elms had the ball, they are swarming to the ball carrier, forcing turnovers. It's now violation on the draw, and is going to be Kayla Abrams taking control.
Foul called on O'Mara, I believe.
O'Mara with the foul on Abrams, so it will stay with Elms. As in a few minutes, Manhattanville going to make some more substitutions. It looks like it's Piquadio and Justina Caparelli going to come into the game. Officials going over.
Not sure what the call is here exactly.
I believe we have a penalty. I'm just not sure exactly what it is. This clock has been stopped.
There's a penalty on Manhattanville coming up, I guess, for DeBellis.
That is indeed Rosie DeBellis going off, so we'll get the official call.
A green card to Rosie DeBellis.
So now we continue play. Now it is Vanessa Verno moving to the middle. And her shot, I believe,
Saved
went
by
off.
Breen.
Breen made the save, or I believe it may have gone off the post as well after it hit her. Now Weiss able to come up with it. Manhattanville, first half, scored a man down, so we'll see if they can replicate that. If nothing else, just try to take some more time off the clock. So now it's O'Mara. She'll send it down the middle. Manhattanville with a 3-on-1 opportunity. And it is Nance moving to the middle, and I believe that went off the stick.
Yeah, that was a save as they'll reset the shot clock.
Now just 15 seconds remaining in the man-up opportunity for Elms. Jana Nance will take her time behind the net. Now trying to get it to Leva. And can be taken back by Elms. Now with it is Janice Christian, who will get it across to Arian Dow. Penalty time is up. And Bellis back into the game. Now taken down by Jackie Sucha. Tries to get by O'Mara, who forces her back. Now sends it to the middle. Good pass in front, and the shot may have been deflected by Breen on the way in. That was Vanessa Verno with the opportunity.
Looks like we have a free position attempt coming up here for Elms.
So they scored their first goal on a free position attempt. Now Verno with another opportunity to get them their second goal of the day. As we are just about 6 minutes gone by in the second half. Manhattanville with a 20-1 lead. As Verno with the free position attempt on Breen. She takes the shot and the save made by Alex Breen. And that will go Manhattanville's way. Now coming up with is Jenna Nance, sends it to the middle for DeStasio. Had trouble controlling it.
Three Elms players down on the
Scramble,
ground.
And coming out of the pile with it is Piquadio, I believe. Now she gets it across in front, and the shot by Kayla Teleski getting in on the scoring action. And now a 21-1 game with Manhattanville continuing to stretch the lead here in the second half.
Again, another good pass by Manhattanville, leading to that essentially breakaway opportunity.
And now Lexi DeLeo going to come off, and Justina Caporelli going to come on, as well as Jenna Nance coming off, and Diana Baratari coming on, but a timeout called.
23:04 to go in this second half. Manhattanville now up by 20 goals. As the
formula for success has certainly been there today. Right from the get-go, they put their foot down and took it to Elms from the very beginning. And to this point, something we mentioned at the very top, not taking their foot off the gas, not just sitting back and relaxing, as they've continued to keep up the pressure both offensively and defensively on Elms.
So looking at Manhattanville, looking up their upcoming schedule, we mentioned they have next two games are both on the road, as they'll travel to Long Island, take on St. Joseph's College on Tuesday, and then they're back here, or excuse me, then they're at Stockton University on the 24th next Saturday. They have two games coming up around the Easter week. Take on Alvernia at 4 o'clock on the 27th, and Western Connecticut State University on Good Friday on the 30th, and that's a busy day for us here at GoValiants.com. We have women's lacrosse at noon, we have softball at 2, and baseball at 2 as well.
And we have softball at 4 as well.
Softball doubleheader, yes, so 2 and 4. That's going to be a busy day for us here at GoValiants.com.
I believe the busiest day of the spring, if I'm not mistaken. I can't imagine it gets much busier than that. Pretty much everybody is playing, and they are all playing at home. After that, a game at Rutgers, then conference play begins on April 7th, as we mentioned earlier, at Kings.
A little bit of breaking news here. If you are a Manhattanville baseball fan, the Valiants have a rescheduled doubleheader at Kings College tomorrow. I think those games were originally postponed due to field conditions, but apparently Kings' field has gotten better in the last 24 hours, so the Manhattanville baseball team will at least have an opportunity to begin MAC Freedom play tomorrow afternoon as they head to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania for 2 games against the Monarchs.
Speaking of rescheduling, at some point, Manhattanville women's lacrosse will play a rescheduled game against SUNY New Paltz. Game scheduled to be played here on March 7th, but canceled once again due to weather conditions and field conditions. So, due to the snow and all the weather we've had over the past few weeks, a lot of rescheduled games to be played in the coming weeks and month and a half.
So welcome to winter or spring in New York, I should say.
If you want to call it spring.
So it does not feel like spring right now here in Purchase. As Carly White swoops in to control that draw.
She's done a good job getting in on the draw control. So they've said at least 2 or 3 of those where she's come in and
Manhattanville as a team has done very well on the control.
O'Mara herself taking the draws is a number of good plays there, just getting the possession.
And that's a huge thing. I think if you have someone that can control those draws, I mean, it's like a good face-off guy in men's lacrosse. It's an instant offense. So we've seen multiple occasions Manhattanville's won that draw, come right down the field and scored right away. So
never underestimate being able to get possession in any sport. Having possession of the ball or whatever it is, just having that opportunity, although it may not seem big at the time, can certainly lead to offense. Now a pass in front and another goal, and that time it is
Weiss, I believe, on the goal.
Was that what? No, I think it was Baratari.
Oh, sorry, it's Grace D'Amico gets the goal. Off a nice pass from Rosie DeBellis.
Grace D'Amico, the freshman, coming in as substitution earlier on, gets her first goal, and the lead stretched, I should say, to 22-1. So we are just over 8 minutes gone in the second half, and it has been all Manhattanville here today at GoValiants.com field. So as we talked about earlier, contributions up and down the line on multiple scorers, as now we're going to get another substitution as Alyssa Skanga is going to come in for Madison Gino.
They said the referee's certainly not in any huge rush to get things back going here. I think the way this is going, let's just get these teams off the field here in the final 21 minutes.
Regardless, the clock will continue to run, provided that Holmes does not get the lead 10 gold. So now coming away with it is Melissa O'Mara.
Melissa certainly has that speed where you can see sometimes she wins those draws. She can speed right by the defense, just go right out on goal herself if she wants to.
Something big. We talked about not just getting possession, but being able to make the most of it as well. As she gets it and she takes off down the field, setting up offense as the wind gusts continue to make us a little bit unhappy on top of the broadcast.
I was gonna say I
booth.
couldn't hear you there in my headphones for a second.
But we will do our best, as now it's Carly Weiss handing it off to Jen Machin. Now behind the net is DeBellis. She'll send it way up top, and it's Carly Weiss once again. And Manhattanville, once again, content to let the clock run down. So now it's taken back by D'Amico, the goal scorer from just a moment ago. Now DeStasio gives it across to DeBellis. It's now under 30 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Nice, taking their time here.
Doleski over to DeStasio, and now over to O'Mara as, once again, Manhattanville in no rush. Weiss with a long shot, or it was a pass in front, and the save made by Huber. It was a pass that went to DeBellis. Thought it was just a long shot attempt, but Huber up to the task on that one, and Elms able to take possession.
Now Huber has nowhere to go with the ball here. He's just taking 15 seconds off the shot clock, just trying to find an open person.
I was about to say, we're already down to 70 seconds. Manhattanville not letting up on the defense at all, even here coming down on the back half of the second half. They're continuing to swarm on defense and not give Elms anywhere to go.
Another foul on O'Mara.
No, good
O'Mara,
defensive
nice.
play with a stick.
Great stick check by O'Mara. DeBellis picks up the ground ball.
Now Machin able to come away with it, and you would see with a number of teams at this point, maybe they'd kind of go into a relaxed defensive mode, maybe sort of a prevent defense, if you will, but not with Manhattanville. They are continuing to pressure the ball carrier every opportunity they get.
Well, I mean, at a certain point, I think the defense and the midfield, they take pride in not giving up the goals. I think you see that in football and other sports where teams want shutouts and they want as few opportunities as they can to go in the other direction. So if you're Manhattanville, you got to keep up keep up the defensive pressure just like the offensive pressure. You don't want to get yourself in bad habits over the course of a game.
So now once again, Manhattanville happy to take their time with getting a shot as now they go around, and it's Doleski now giving it to O'Mara, who will give it back over to Weiss. We are approaching the last half of the second half, wind continuing to steadily pick up as now Machin will give it over to D'Amico. It's now at 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Weiss got it from DeStasio, who gives it back. I'm sorry, that was O'Mara. O'Mara now moving to the middle, looking for a shooting lane. Just 4 seconds to go, and in front it's Machin, and she scores.
Another assist there for Melissa O'Mara.
Assist from Melissa O'Mara give the goal to Jen Machin, her first of the day, as it's now 23-1 game. With just about 13 minutes gone by in the second half. So another Valiant getting in on the scoring, and they are well on their way to their second win of the season.
Leva Nance back in the game. O'Mara will take a well-deserved seat on the bench, as well as Haley DeStasio. Excuse me, Weiss is going to come in.
Weiss
instead.
coming out as well.
So two very well-deserved breaks for O'Mara and Weiss.
I believe the two top scorers on the day for Manhattanville.
DeStasio's creeping up there as well. Excuse me, DeBellis is creeping up there. She has at least 3 goals, 2 assists, I believe. It's been a bunch of different options for Manhattanville here today.
Nonetheless, great games for both O'Mara and Weiss, as they have heavily contributed to the 23-1 lead, as we are now just about 14 minutes gone in the second half.
Draw controlled by Jenna Nance.
And this is really the most you can do, because as we talked about earlier, the shot clock, the most you can do is get your starters out. And now a breakaway opportunity, and it's Alicia Kesey, and she scores.
That was a case there where Jenna Nance controlled the draw for a second, then it was knocked out of her stick really quickly. I think the Valiant defense assumed that Nance was going to get the ball and go up the field, and no one really saw the Elms player leaking out behind the play. And a good pass forward and a wide open goal for the Blazers.
So a breakaway for the second goal of the game for Elms. It's Alicia Kesey, the sophomore from Westfield, Massachusetts, getting on the board for Elms. Now a 23-2 game, and something we just talked about, the draw controls. You see, when Manhattanville's able to get them, they're able to set up that offense, but that time they weren't able to control it, and right down the field goes Elms and put one in the back of the net.
I think that was definitely just the case there. Manhattanville was assuming Nance was going to get possession, or when she got it really quickly that she was going to keep it, and it's a little bit too early going up the field for Manhattanville. These things happen, I think, especially in games such as this, where the outcome is not a doubt at this point, but Elms took advantage. Leva will control this draw.
Now Christina Leva coming away with it.
So we are now in the midway point of the second half.
Manhattanville, once again, going to take their time. Now ground ball able to be picked up by Elms. So it was Jackie Suche able to come away with it. Now pass to the middle, went by a few players, fight for it, and still loose and able to come away with it. Actually, nobody yet.
Still on the ground.
Now,
Eventually, Manhattanville will come away with it.
that is Diana Piaquadio able to come away with it. So now it's Leva getting it ahead to D'Amico. Now D'Amico going to hand it off to O'Mara behind the net. Now DeBellos give it back up to DeStasio. We'll give it over to Leva.
Manhattanville's content to pass the ball back around the edges. You'll see them try again with around 15, 20 seconds left on the shot clock, try to make their way toward the goal.
You would think they were certainly not in any rush for most of the second half, so more than content to let the clock run, bring the shot clock down, and like you said, with probably about 15 or so seconds to go, look to get a shot on goal. Now moving to the middle, what was Telesky who sent it behind, now it's Machen once again. Now DeStasio over to DeBellis. There's now 20 seconds left on the shot clock for Manhattanville. DeBellis still in control behind the net, holds. Now sent to the middle, looking for Leva. Not able to connect on the pass though. And Manhattanville going to have to hurry if they want to get a shot off. And a foul call, then regardless, it will go Elms' way. Suche sends it across to Verno. And a good defensive play there by DeStasio, but not able to come away with it as it's taken by Arian Dow.
Got the stick on the ball, but just could not get it to stay in the stick. And Elms will regain possession.
Now it is Kayla Abrams. And a good defensive play by Leva, but a foul called.
So you've not seen the ball down this side of the field very much in this second half.
Now it's Kesey, the goal scorer for Elms in the second half, giving it back over to Abrams. We'll hold, and this is not something we've seen a lot of, where Elms hasn't really had the opportunity to set up their offense and try to get some pressure going, because Manhattanville's defense has been so swarming and hasn't let them, and they're continuing it here, even late in the game, swarming to the ball, multiple defenders, and a good defensive play there. I believe that was Piaquadio.
Still down though, but Elms will gain possession.
It's now sent to the middle, and loose as we are down to about 15 seconds on the shot clock as Victoria Lynn Smith able to come away with it. So now behind it is Haley Roberts. Gonna have to come to the front. Just 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
They don't know the shot clock's down. And a shot clock violation on Elms.
Expires. So a mistake there for Elms as they turn it over due to shot clock violation.
And that's something you got to have someone on the bench or someone on defense has got to be yelling out to the players.
I believe the players on the bench were yelling clock, but maybe the wind because of the wind they weren't able to hear them regardless.
And this is obviously still a new thing. This is Elms' just second game of the season. second full game, I should say, of the season. So sometimes you're just not thinking about those things. This is a new thing, especially if you're not a freshman. If you played this game in the past, last couple of years, you haven't had to deal with that shot clock. So it's something you have to get ingrained in your head.
As we are approaching 10-minute mark remaining in the second half, Manhattanville with a 23-2 lead.
Something tells me when they made the shot clock, it wasn't for teams that were down by 21 goals to have to turn the ball over. I don't think that really.
I don't think they had that in mind. Certainly, I'm guessing not the idea, but regardless, now 30 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Manhattanville. It's Machin who has the most recent goal for Manhattanville moving in. She will hand it off to Kayla Teleski. Now in front, it's Oliva with a shot, I believe. That was blocked, or save made.
Saved
actually,
by
I should say,
Huber, yeah.
By Huber, yeah.
Gets out a lot more quickly this time than last time.
Sent it to the middle, and that ball sailed on her. I'm guessing the wind had something to do with that. As she was looking to connect with Janice Christian, but it went way over her head and out of bounds. Now we're going to get
for Manhattan.
multiple substitutions. Carly Weiss, Melissa O'Mara are going to come back in. I guess at this point, if nothing else, stay sharp and get some extra work in. Is Aquadio able to hang on after having it knocked out of her stick? Aquadio taking it to the net. Now a foul called and free position attempt upcoming for the Valiants. With the free position attempt, she comes in, the shot, and a save made by Huber.
That's up there. That was just from a tough angle, coming in from the very edge of the wing. That's gonna be a hard one to put home.
And another one that sails on Huber as she's trying to get it, stretch the field as much as she can. Now, Diana Baraktari able to come away with the ball. Baraktari tried to get it to D'Amico, not able to. As Lexi DeLeo will come back in for Rose DeBellis. So an offensive substitution there as turnover, and it's going to go Elms' way, but a good defensive play. I believe that was D'Amico.
Yeah, she couldn't catch the initial pass, but she made up for it by forcing the turnover.
As now it's DeSazio, and she'll get it across to Machin. And 80 seconds left on the shot clock, so you would think Manhattanville certainly once again going to slow it down, take the pace as slowly as possible.
Could take us under 7 minutes if they really wanted to.
You're in the last 8 minutes of the second half.
Elms certainly not doing much in terms of providing pressure either. You see Manhattan, different contrast in styles. The Valiants have a very swarming defense.
Very aggressive defensively the entire day, whereas
Elms just sitting back in that zone.
Very stay-at-home defensive mindset. Is now sent to the middle, and a good defensive play there. And able to come away with it is Lexi DeLeo. So we're now under 30 seconds on the shot clock, 7.5 to go in the game. And what has been as good a performance as you could have hoped for the Valiants, as now able to come away, and losing it was Arian Dow, but went out of bounds. I believe it will stay with Elms. So now we have
foul on Weiss there.
Another foul called. It's Vanessa Verno getting by Machin, walking right down the middle. Now she gets it across to Christian, who sends it to the front. And I'm not sure if that was a shot or a pass. Regardless, getting a piece of it and knocking it down was Alex Breen.
And she'll pick up the ground ball as well. Elms providing some pressure on the Manhattanville keeper.
And that leads to a turnover. And now in front, the shot, and they score. It's Vanessa Verno. So applying that defensive pressure, something they really hadn't done much of to this point, leads to the turnover and the goal right in front for Verno. Now
Verno.
23-3 game.
Verno took a shot from, I think it was Miss Melissa O'Mara, right after she shot the ball. Not a completely necessary play there by the Valiants, but
Elms goal scored by number 7.
she took the
Correction scored by number 2, Vanessa Verno.
Now we are under 6 minutes to go in the game. 23-3 lead for the Valiants. They are well on their way to evening their record on the season at 2-2, coming off a win in their first game and suffering back-to-back losses to both Bard and Drew.
they will give the draw to Elms there. I'm not quite sure what that was.
Maybe something to do with the play by O'Mara at the end on the goal.
I don't think so. Nice, a great defensive play
Yeah,
by
absolutely.
Baraktari there on the interception.
Baratari now able to come away with it. She sent the long pass ahead looking for DeStasio. Not able to connect and coming up with it is Arian Dow.
Still loose on the ground, and eventually Elms will.
Is Victoria Lynn Smith coming up with it. Officials give the signal it's going to stay with Elms. Now Baratari able to almost had control of the ground ball, now able to get control of it. We are under 4.5 to go. Now it is Lexi DeLeo on the run, getting the pass from Caitlin D'Amico. Now DeLeo moves to the middle and will once again fall back as Manhattanville going to take their time. Now Weiss will give it back over to DeLeo. Once again in no rush. And she will give it back to Weiss. Now good job keeping it inbounds by Teleski.
Valiants give it away though.
But able to be taken back by Elms. Now good play defensively. I believe that was O'Mara with the stick intercepting the pass, and she gives it across to Machen. Really, this was from the get-go a very solid all-around performance, dominating both offensively and defensively, both sides of the ball for Manhattanville. And just as good a win as you could have asked for.
I think especially coming in, as you said, off a 2-game losing streak. It's the game the Valiants really needed to have, and
do it in such dominating fashion, I can only imagine be a tremendous confidence builder as we head towards the middle pack of the season and shortly thereafter starting to begin conference play.
now Weiss.
Once again,
Back up.
absolutely no rush. O'Mara sent it to the middle. She was looking for DeStasio, lost it, able to get it back though. Still another 30 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
It's funny, sometimes the 90-second shot clock seems really short, sometimes it seems very long. Obviously, when your goalie gets the ball, having to go the entire length of the field in 90 seconds, seems like it'll be a very short amount of time.
As a shot in front by Weiss, deflected out of bounds. Now, just 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Manhattanville going to have to hurry. Machen, with 5 seconds, sends it to the middle for O'Mara, who lost it, and going to be taken back by Elms. So we are now under 2 minutes to go in what has been a dominating performance by the Valiants from start to finish with a 23-3 lead. As Weiss will come off and Jenna Nance comes back on. Now Manhattanville able to come up with it again, and Nance right off the bench going to take control and move to the middle, and then once again will peel back.
almost kill the clock here. About a 10-second differential between game and shot clock.
Machen with it as Leva comes back on, and O'Mara will go off.
So one more shot here would do it for Manhattanville.
Now it's Machen giving it across to Leva, who will give it across to DeLeo. Now Kayla Teleski, who has a goal on the day, tried to send it to the front, but sailed on her a little bit, but able to come away with it is DeSazio. Now lost it, fighting for it is D'Amico, and she is able to come away with it, but we have a foul called, and it will go Elms' way. And here in the last 30 seconds. As play is stopped as clock continues to run due to the 10-goal rule. As an interception by Machen coming right in, and a pass over the stick of Lexi DeLeo. Manhattanville will keep possession and at this point can just run out the clock. Now comes to the front, knocked out, and that will do it. So Manhattanville, the Valiants in their home opener with a dominating 23-3 performance over the Elms Blazers. Solid performances all around, great games up and down the lineup, particularly from O'Mara, DeBellis, Machen, Leva, all multi-goal scorers, and then contributions off the bench as well from players like Teleski, D'Amico. So getting those contributions up and down the lineup certainly playing a role in a dominating performance for the Valiants as they get their second win of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game you wanted to see from Manhattanville, and they took advantage of the opportunities that were presented to them over the course of the game. And you know, I say that the first half, I think, is the most important thing that we saw from this team. Is they really came out strong. They did all the things they needed to do early on in the contest, and
did not let up at any
did not let Elms get any opportunity to get back in this game. I think that's something what you want to see from your team every single time out.
And you can look at the 23 goals and talk about how great that is, but defensively they were outstanding today, swarming to the ball, only allowed the 3 goals, even when they had the big lead, not allowing Elms to get anything going offensively, with just very aggressive from start to finish throughout.
That's I think the defense more than the offense is certainly a very good thing for the Valiants here today, as they pick up the victory by the score of 20-3.
So that will be it for us. For Steve Sheridan, I am Mike Puglisi, signing off at GoValiants.com. Once again, the final score of the Valiants 23 and the Elms Blazers 3. Until next time.